Hello everybody, it's May 16th and we've already got our first patch into the early access version of Hades 2. Immediately when you launch the game, you'll see here that they have a patch notes section on the main screen. This is one of the first changes that you'll notice, and it's just a nice little quality of life so you can see what's going on. If you see the little shade symbols next to each of the lines, that was a community-inspired feedback that got that changed, so just make sure that if you have anything in the game that you're looking to have changed, speak up, let them know, they are listening. The first one, you can gather any resource point as long as you have the tool unlocked. This makes it so that any of your runs, you can collect everything that you see. Previously, you needed to have the tool selected that you wanted to use to gather those certain materials, and it honestly made it a little tedious to get a lot of things. Now, when you select a tool, you'll be able to get more of that resource, and then you'll also be able to gather any of the other nodes. It means you'll run into that particular resource of the tool that you have equipped. So, for example, if you wanted more ores, you could use the pickaxe, and you will see more of those node types. It's honestly going to be way easier to level up your arcanas and your weapon aspect because of this. It's a great change. Now, I went immediately to the gathering tools just because I thought that was the best part of these patches, but the general gameplay, your sprint is innately faster and turning is more responsive. Because of this, they have rescaled the abilities that boost this. You can now dash out of many attacks, recovering animations more reliably. I wonder if this is one of the ones that I have an issue with Kronos' dash attack. Whenever you get hit by that, you kind of get put into a weird situation where you have to wait like maybe a quarter to a half a second before you're able to dash away from it. I wonder if that one is one of the ones you'll notice this on. Overall, great changes on those though. The next change is the Swift Runner Arcana card has been changed. This one used to be just a straight sprint speed. It now says your dash is immediate and your sprint speed is increased. I think I have this at level 2. Yes, I have this at level 2, which means I'm assuming level 1 is probably a 5% and level 3 is a 10%. As you'll notice, well, you might not notice, but you do feel a difference when you press the dodge button. It is a little bit faster, and you do actually notice a big change in the sprint speed. Overall, the sprint is just faster at base level. So this probably means I'm sprinting faster than I was with the 25% speed. This is a great change. I really feel like this is gonna make a lot of the fights a little bit easier to maneuver around and make it so that you can dodge things like the vine attack from that little spirit, the Cerberus fireball, and any of the others that kind of force you to spin around. They were a little bit hard to dodge because they were actually faster than the base sprint speed, but I think this should help out. Overall, though, they've changed up how dashing and sprint work, and from my initial testing, they do feel a lot better. They're just a little bit more reactive, and the sprint base speed has increased, so it feels overall like a great change. They did make some tweaks on the numbers of the boons that did increase your sprint speed to balance that, which was a good call. I think already with some of the boons you could get quite fast, so just upping the base speed would have made those a little ridiculous. I really hope that they continue to keep Miscellaneous as she is and don't make it more like Hades 1, where Zagreus was just a little bit more of a dash spamming kind of play. I love this play style that Miscellaneous has, with a little bit slower and a little bit more methodical, which makes the game, in my opinion, actually a little bit harder, but in a good way. Alright, so level designs, just some easier dashing across the chasms in Oceanus, as well as you get some more driftwood in the Rifts of Thessaly. Great changes, just makes it a little bit easier to get the gathering points as well. For menus and UI, this is such a fantastic change. Using a Well of Charon displays your current gold without the need to check your boon info. I feel like this was just a complete oversight, and I'm glad to see it gets fixed so easily. You no longer have to exit or check your boons to be able to see your gold while you're trying to purchase things. Great to see it's fixed so quickly. I'm pretty happy with this one. The Grasp upgrade tutorial and the Altar Bashes will repeat if ignored. Good. Added patch notes to the main menu. Well, you already went over that. Miscellaneous stuff. The early encounters where Eris is likely to occur, she also gives you something of value. But if you have already encountered her, you'll be able to get this one-time bonus in the crossroads. Let's go see if we can see what that is here. So now if you've... Oh, look at that. So if you've already encountered Eris before, during your runs, the one-time gift that she will give you will now be in the camp as soon as you come in, and it's 20 ashes. So make sure you do grab that. You can gift Echo without having to wait around as long after conversing. Now this one, this is going to kind of show that I've made a mistake here. I did not know that this was the issue. I thought I had to get Narcissus fully friended in order to maybe get an interaction with Echo in which I could gift her. I didn't realize that I could just wait around for a little bit. So this is going to be fantastic. I'm going to be able to get my final keepsake, maybe making me look a little bad on that. But if I had already had that issue, I'm sure many others have had that issue. So thank you for that change. Animal familiars are getting some modifications because of the gathering tools. That makes sense. The Hades flashback. People not knowing to move around. I'm with them. I was a little confused when it first happened. I was just waiting for something to go, like a cutscene, but found out that I needed to move. So that's good. Some controller support, some mouse and keyboard support. Okay, so a bunch of bug fixes, all great bug fixes. Some of these I had encountered myself. One in particular is the visual effects lingering in Chronos. It says between phases, and I think that's what happened here. Overall, some great bug fixes. I do have another one and a little video that I'm going to post with a couple of bugs that I've encountered. One of them I don't see addressed here, where I had an issue with the transformation from Celine causing me not to be able to attack during the phase, and then also not being able to move when I turned back. So, of course, bugs are to be expected. Glad to see them fixing so many of them so quickly. Honestly, what a fantastic patch, and to see it come out so quickly. It's been, what, 10 days since the early release, and we're already seeing some fantastic changes, and clearly they're listening to the community as they are annotating each and every one of these changes to be because of community feedback. I love that, and I love the development cycle of a great developer. Supergiant has been fantastic. Thank you for watching. If you want some more Hades content, please subscribe. Have a great day.